Hey YouTubers, Rival X Factor here. Happy holidays. Hopefully your shopping for Christmas for your loved ones is going off without a hitch. I know personally mine isn't going so great because I'm a procrastinator at times. So don't tell Mrs. X Factor, please. She might be a little upset because she's affected in that. So we're looking at some AS VAL Aftermath gameplay. I just did a control freak on this weapon because it is tough to use at medium and long ranges, and we're going to talk about that. First off, this thing shoots 900 rounds a minute, is absolutely disgusting up close. You could strafe up close, you can mag dump up close, but the real key to using this weapon is medium and long range. It can still cut down a lot of baddies, but there's a couple keys. If it's at medium or long range, stand perfectly still. Why is that? Because this gun has magical bullet deviation if you're strafing while shooting at longer distances. If you're not careful, one burst of bullets can hit both Mars and Pluto. So be really careful. It's got some of the craziest bullet deviation out of any of the PDWs. But it shoots for 20 a bullet up close, and it doesn't have that much fall off. With the 900 rounds a minute, the ability to tap fire, and right there I wasted a bunch of shots. I was microbursting there, but I should have slowed it down. But the ability to tap fire can just mow through people. Why else do I like it? Because it's silenced. Not just the 900 rounds a minute, but the silence, because you can sneak up on people. For people to know where you're at, they either had to figure out where the rattlesnake is coming from, try to cut off the head, or somebody has to spot you, or you're visually cued on the mini-map or 3D spotted if you play core. That's a lot to ask. So a lot of these clips you're going to see me mowing down large groups of people because I'm not on the mini-map. A lot of people are visually alert to spots on the mini-map, as they should be. And now they know where I'm at. I'm definitely spotted. I'm definitely getting hosed at. So I'm going to get breached here, but not before I pull off a couple kills a la farming. But, you know, if you notice in this round, we're really getting our stuff pushed in. And it's not looking good for our team. Now we're camped out. And here's going to be a nice little mag dump. Come around the corner, already ADS, and just mag dump. There might have been one little burst, one little let off, but that's it. At that range, you really don't have to let off. The hip fire in this gun is pretty darn good to begin with. And you'll see that coming up in a couple other clips. So the one thing you will have to do with this gun is peek quicker. Why? Because this has a slower time to kill at range. So either get your kill or get your couple of shots and get back in. Just because you got a line on a guy doesn't mean you should finish a shot. And that's part of the catch-22 that is peeking. You know, part of becoming a proficient peeker is learning when to pull out, which I don't know a lot of because I've got a baby now. But learning when to pull out and unpeek is paramount to improving your gameplay. Sometimes the right thing is not to finish the kill, because you don't know who else was looking at you. Just like rezzing. Sometimes it's not the right thing to revive a guy in front of you 2 feet away. Sometimes the better move is to keep the gun in your hand because you're about to get rushed. Or you know there's 3 guys there on the mini-map, so if you revive that guy, he's dead and you're dead. So now what good are you? He can't spawn back on you, right? So there's this passive-aggressive gameplay style that can really help you out. So I always try to stay alive. That's my goal. And I've always got an out plan in my head. You know, not right now because I'm prone, because I'm trying to dodge a laser right there, but I've always got an out. If I've taken up position, where's my fallback? Is it a side strafe left? Is it a prone down? Is it run around a quick tight corner and get under cover? And right now my out is cower like a little girl before I get Sega'd in the face. So sometimes there is no out, is basically what I'm saying. So positioning is key, no matter what weapon you have, but the silenced AS VAL allows you to be a little more aggressive because you don't have that visual cue, and you have less of an audio cue when using this weapon, which are 2 huge benefits. This is definitely going to be in my top 10 kits to use for both performance reasons and for fun. I like, there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 PDWs that make it on my list because I really like the class of PDWs because it can be a lot of fun. And some of them are just different to shoot. You know, like the M5K or the MP7. With those 2 guns, you don't have to ADS ever. And those are a lot of fun that way as well. And right now you see me running around with my head cut off. And one of the biggest things you could do with these Aftermath maps is look at your friendly positioning. Not only does it tell you where the friendlies are, but which way they're looking and which way they're running. And sometimes you'll see me try to get away from friendlies because that's a breach point or that's a lane. And obviously when you see people dropping like flies in front of you, that means there's bad guys around. And there's another instance of hip fire. The hip fire on this gun while microbursting is pretty darn accurate for there being a suppressor on this thing, which is surprising. Nice shot by Grizzly Monkey Devil. I thought I deked the hell out of him, but he still put the Magnum in between my my two boobies. So here's the burst fire. I didn't know there was two guys there. The little tap firing. Try to hold still, but if you had to dodge a shot, feel free to do so. And you'll be amazed how much more accurate this gun is when you do that burst firing. A lot of people say, X Factor, this gun's garbage. It is garbage until you really unlock extended mags and, more importantly, learn how and when to burst fire. When in doubt, burst fire, micro burst. No other gun that I can think of requires this amount of tap fire that I use in this game anyway. At range, I'm literally bursting 2 to 3 round bursts every single time and very little break in between. But if you want a true break to reset your recoil, it's about 300 milliseconds, so 3/10 of a full second. And Scuba Steve is down there from his little spot. And obviously, we're winning this round. This is nothing to write home to mom about. This will not go on the fridge with an A at my mom's house. But it's just a demonstration of the disgusting hip fire and the lightning fast reload. So this kit is a no-brainer for close quarters maps, most city maps. But I just want to paint the picture that this can be a player at the medium and long range. Should you go take this on Karg or large size Karkind? Yeah, if you play from cover to cover, go ahead. But if it's a really large map such as Wake Island where there's not a lot of cover, be careful. Or some of the armored kill maps where there's not a lot of cover, be really careful. You're just going to get your head shut off. So here's one last little push. And again, I can't stress the fun that this kit is. Not the 1911. Now I'm just picking on people. But the silenced AS VAL. Hopefully you guys give this weapon out for a try. Give it a spin. I promise you, you will fall in love with this thing. And again, it works for most major city maps and any aftermath map because of all the alleys, and any close quarters map, obviously. If you guys enjoyed yourself, learned something today, or have a newfound affinity for that AS VAL, please give me the old thumbs up. It really helps out. Thanks for watching, YouTubers. Thanks for supporting me, and we will see you soon.